Well, yeah, nobody currently is on deck, so I would love to play again if you'd like. I'm not going to play Guile the next game, unless you specifically want to fight Guile.
No, it's. I learned something new, but I'm not sure if I want to fight him today.
Okay. And is there anybody that you'd like to see me play?
It's totally up to you. Actually, there's a character I don't. The one with the Dreamland. I don't understand how that character works at all.
Umina?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
with
yes,
the
yes.
tentacles.
I know her
and the
well.
scary.
I'm very fond of her. So I'm working on getting good enough with her to call her like my third season 2 main. Because so far I have 2 mains per season, and then a third that I kind of work on. And I think Umina is probably the most complex character in the game. So I'm enjoying trying to learn and master her.
Well, because like I understand how like Sydney and Serena work, and I understand how Jeanette works, but like then you get to this one, and I'm just like, well, that's a thing. I don't know how that works.
Yeah, I mean, I think Jeanette's probably the like second most complicated character to master at least. So,
that's fair. I think it's because I faced somebody, one of the volunteers at PAX explained that character to me, like to my face, and I think that made it easier to see. Like I'm if you tell me how a character works, like just like give me the rundown. You don't show me, I don't learn as well. Like I'm probably because there's a lot of terms that I'm just not familiar with. I should probably actually use my draw where everybody else uses their draw, because I do not.
Oh, I mean, it's totally subjective. In fact, I think canonically it's in this slot. It's just that I personally put it here because for whatever reason
I just
have muscle
noticed
memory.
everybody. Yeah, I just noticed everybody puts it there, but I always put it over here.
I think by the rules it's actually over here, but I don't care.
Well, then I'm gonna not care too.
Yeah, like one of the playmats, there you go, actually has them labeled, and I don't care. I still put it in the wrong slot.
I mean, that's fair, as long as everybody knows what you're doing.
Yep.
I didn't even know there was a Sonic one. I know there's a Spider-Man one.
Yes, the thing of beauty. Yep.
Yeah, I was playing with my friends, and we finally found like the presidents. So we had a whole night of just Spider-Man and the presidents.
Oh my goodness, did y'all have fun?
It was pretty hilarious. Like
Yeah, that's good.
everyone was fighting over the one that gets like basically like 60 or 90 health
FDR,
or whatever
yeah.
it is. Yeah.
Was that before or after the rebalance? Because I did.
Oh,
rebalance.
is there a rebalance? That was sometime last month.
Okay, so I don't know if you caught it then, because I did actually rebalance them. And they are still absolutely insane, but a lot better balanced than in the initial release.
I mean, that's good. There were some of them where it was like, some of them were like discard your hand or whatever, and I really wanted like reactionary cards in their deck that would enable that to like be useful. But I understand that it's more for fun.
Yeah,
so.
In the rebalance, I basically took every ability and was like, find a way to make it useful. If it's strong, give them a bad deck. If it's weak, give them a good deck. And then enable weird combos. So there are some that
and
are
I think
very
there's an attack in there that's literally just like ballot something, isn't it?
Ballot fixing. Yes, that's the name of the attack, ballot fixing.
That was pretty ingenious.
It's one of the best ultras in the game, and it's in every president's deck.
That was legit a good night, because we discovered that in the Spider-Man thing, and then we discovered the opposite sides of Serena and Sydney, and
Nice.
that was also.
Oh yes, that's one of my favorite like references in Exceed. Is the like, oh, like he literally eats her. That is what's happening.
Yeah, it's very Pet Shop of Horrors, and I was really surprised when I saw it, because level 99 is fairly family friendly, so I was like, whoa, I didn't expect that.
Yes, we're family friendly most of the time, and then he gets eaten, and then where's the art that I hold up as my gold standard of we are family friendly relative to the US. There we go. There's Eviscerate.
Yeah.
That is actual evisceration there.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. I love horror movies and stuff, so for me, that's I don't even.
Yep.
I don't even.
You just referenced
nod
Pet Shop of Horrors, actually, and I think you meant Little Shop of Horrors. They're different
I
properties.
did. Pet Shop of Horrors is the anime.
Yes.
Little Shop of Horrors is the musical.
Yep. It was decent though. It was what, like 6 episodes?
Yeah, I actually really like the dub commentary on that. I have the old Urban Vision DVD.
Oh, cool.
I try and get people into it, and I read I think I finished the manga. I'm really bad at keeping track of what manga I've read.
That's fair. I have no credibility because I have read very few manga. Um, so, you know, I'm the equivalent of the person who's like, oh yeah, Dragon Ball. There was a movie, like a live action movie, right? No.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, I got a funny story to embarrass myself. So
oh really?
when Dragon Ball Evolution came out, I worked at a game store called Game Tag. They don't exist anymore. They went bankrupt, but they were connected to something called Ward's Videos, and they would get those big, gigantic movie-sized posters.
Hmm.
And I actually didn't hate Evolution because it was like Japanese live-action cheese.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, so
It
I was
is,
like,
yeah.
I mean, for being that, it does it very well. So when that movie came out, and we got it in at the store, I was like, "Can I please take the poster home?" So I have the full Dragon Ball Evolution poster in a frame that I just need to hang up somewhere.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing.
The whole reason I want it up is so people can be like, "Why do you have this?" Well,
Yep.
interesting
that's
story.
marvelous. I'm the only person on the planet who didn't hate this.
Exactly.
My best movie store story was Blockbuster, which those of you kids listening, once upon a time, there's a place you could go in person and rent videos. It's an old and ancient story, but anyway, so
You could also print stickers back in the day. Remember that with Pokemon Stadium?
oh yes, oh man, good times. So I went to Blockbuster once. Now I had watched Sixth Sense and Signs, and I thought these were great movies. And Sixth Sense in particular was really well received. Signs, I heard some mixed reviews. And I heard there was another movie by the same director, producer. I forget which term it is.
M. Night Shyamalan.
Yep. Mm-hmm. And
What a twist!
so I watched Lady in the Water at one point, and I was like, okay, this was weird. It wasn't as good as the others. That's fine. I'll give them a pass. Like, I really liked Sixth Sense. I really liked Signs. I thought they were fantastic. I watched Village, and I'm like the only person I know who didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. Like, it wasn't as good, but it wasn't terrible. And then I heard he was working on a new movie called The Happening. And I didn't go to see it in theaters, but I waited for it to come out at Blockbuster. So I went to Blockbuster to get it when I heard it was out, and I took it to the counter. And the nice young woman behind the counter said, "I can't let you rent this in good conscience. I can give you some recommendations. I'll pay for you to rent anything else. Please don't walk out of here with this."
That's amazing.
So they did not actually allow me to rent it.
Oh my god. Well, I'll at least be a kindred spirit with you in terms of The Village. I actually like a lot of aspects of The Village, and I understand why people have problems with it, but
Yeah, I
find
can
it
understand the issues,
enjoyable.
but I enjoyed it. I
Yeah.
really, yeah. But
It's kind of like how people have issues with like Heavy Rain. No spoilers on the video game. I'm not going to do that, but like I still really enjoyed the experience. So.
oh man, good times.
Oh man, The Happening though. That's not a.
So I have to this
Yeah.
day not seen it. I've like caught parts of it when my friends have been watching it with riff tracks. I don't think I've seen it all the way through though. And riff tracks is of course a whole different experience. So
It is. It is. It's hard to take The Happening seriously. Like it just really is. It feels like a bad like South Park episode.
oh dear, oh dear.
Like it's something so off the wall that you're like, how could I feel threatened by this? Like it feels like an inside joke, or like
Oh, man.
maybe you lost a bet. I don't know, because I mean I don't dislike the director. Granted, I haven't seen some of his more panned movies, such as like he did that one with like I think Jaden Smith and Will Smith, and then I think that one was received very bad, and then he did the one that was the Avatar, which I also did not see. So I've heard those are
the
both
movie
bad.
called The Last Airbender, which was
Yes, sorry.
Yeah, I heard it was terrible. Most of the complaints I heard were about the casting, but then I know a friend who said he also saw the movie. He might be on the chat actually. I think he saw it because he watches terrible movies for fun. And I think that
Bless that man.
was really bad. Yeah, but let's see. The Devil was one that M. Night Shyamalan did. I never saw that, but it was also like panned.
I want to see that though, because the premise sounded cool.
The premise seems
Maybe one
interesting.
day.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like for horror movies, you can kind of get away with it. Like I just had this urge to go back over all the Final Destination movies,
Oh
and I
man,
was like, man, some of those movies are really bad.
they are terrible. Most of them are. The first was probably the least bad, I would say.
The fifth one's actually pretty good. If you survive that far.
I did not get that far. I got to 3. I watched the third one.
So I think what the third one fails at, and if you don't mind me talking about it a little bit, I don't mean to go so off topic.
No,
is that
yeah.
the first one, it has the plane, and it's just like there's a fuel leak, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it lights on fire. It's one singular instance of something bad happening, and then the second one I think is the pile up. It's one person not looking where they're going, and so it causes a chain of events. Mm-hmm. And then you get to the third one with the roller coaster, and I'm a roller coaster nerd, and somehow that roller coaster at a fair, which means that coaster has to be inspected every time they do it. But like the brakes fail, the wheels fall off. There's no protection for the coaster going backwards, like for the carts going backwards, which is just not a thing. The harnesses fail, and the track is misaligned. That can't happen. It's not possible.
that is someone deliberately built a death trap.
Yeah, like that's not a thing that happens. And it's funny too, because it's here's a really nerdy thing about coasters. It looks like they're on a Vekoma track. Vekoma is a type of brand or whatever. Mm-hmm. And so like Vekomas are known for being old and not as smooth. But like I feel like somebody just rode an old Vekoma coaster and went like, yeah, I'm terrified of this thing. I'm just gonna make up stuff and put it in the script. Like.
Yep, seems correct.
Yeah.
This is Hollywood levels of research,
Yeah, I think the third one's not the worst though. The fourth one is the worst. The fifth one I think is the best out of all of them, surprisingly.
Okay, so I have to survive the fourth one and make it to the fifth one. Can I
just
skip?
At all.
Okay, good. All right.
You can skip the fourth one entirely. Yeah.
I never actually watched the Scream movies, but I heard something comparable, which was that the Scream. So Scream, the first one, just Scream, is supposed to be like really good, as a movie that was designed to kill the slasher genre and instead resurrected it. And then that they went down in the second movie and up in the third. I've actually never seen them. Like, I know they're supposed to be classics, but I haven't actually watched them.
I mean, I can understand not watching the Scream movies, just, like, at least not past, like, the first one. It's kind of like how I could understand somebody, like, not watching the Saw series, for example.
So I watched Saw 1, and I decided I did not need to watch any other Saw movies, because I was like, okay, to me... fine for those who enjoy it, but it really is just a spectacle, and to me there was no redeeming value. Even in the story that was there, I felt it just didn't deserve like screen time. I'm like, this just doesn't deserve time out of my life. If that's not a thing I get a kick out of.
I usually recommend to people if they are interested in the Saw series, literally just watch the first one and stop. I have seen all 8 films.
Whoa,
so,
that is commitment.
Yeah, like I was really into the first Saw because I actually really like the twist. What a twist! In the first one, and I don't want to say the magic because it's a really weird term to apply to a killer, but
Fair.
The methods that the killer tries to, or the moral dilemma of the killer, I should say.
Sure.
It's interesting, right? It's a little bit different, but I feel like they just don't. They have the same problem actually Final Destination has, where as you go through the series, you care less and less about these rando characters.
Yep. And
their rando situations. And Saw tries to have all of these characters that are very flat and one-dimensional. And so I tell most people, just watch the first one and just enjoy the first one and don't touch the others. You won't like any of the others.
That makes sense. Yeah, like, it's not a genre for me, and I was still like, okay, the first one was a well-made thing of what it was. I just don't think what it was is a thing that I want any of.
I mean, those were like 2 college kids, like, that made that.
Really?
Yeah, it was, I think they filmed in like 2 weeks or 17 days or something like that, and it had like a shoestring budget.
Then I'm impressed.
Yeah, like that was the really big thing that was kind of amazing for it at the time. Actually, the director for the first Saw movie, and I think he did some of the other ones, was also the director now for Aquaman for some reason.
That's okay, wow.
Congratulations, James Wan.
Did all right. Scream I actually have never seen just for the reason of convenience. Like, I've never had a convenient way to watch it because for whatever reason I've never had Netflix. So, and then something, for some reason blockbusters are a lot harder to find these days. So
They really are.
yeah, getting hold of a copy of it just hasn't been a thing. But like, I would totally watch it if I had access to it. But I just never, like, I haven't gone out of my way to go get a copy, so I just haven't ever happened across one.
Yeah, totally. Sorry to segue into a bunch of horror films.
No worries. This has been really pleasant. Thank you for hanging out.
Yeah, totally.
Do you still want to play?
Oh yeah, totally.
Awesome.
I don't have a bedtime. We're good.
Oh, awesome. Okay. Let's see. I forgot to note the previous results. That's okay.
Mine was -1.
It's on stream. I can look it up later. I don't even know if you're an organized play system, but it's fine.
Oh, on the
Battle Connection.
BattleCon. I am not on that.
Okay.
I hope that's not a problem.
It's not a problem. So if my opponents are on that system, then I'll submit the game results. But if not, then that's fine. Like,
apologies.
No apologies needed. You're fine. All right. So so my custom is that if you lost the previous game, you choose who goes first the next game. So your choice.
I'll go second.
All right. This will be interesting.
Alright, I didn't press 6 twice for 66 and drew my whole deck, because I've done that before.
Do you want to know a thing that I find helps with that slightly?
Oh yeah?
So, like, the reason that happens is because, you press a number, and TTS is like, okay, I don't know if you mean 1 or 2 digits. Well, if after you press the number, you move your cursor off of the deck, that tells TTS you're done entering. So, like, if you press a number and just wait, it waits. But if you press a number and then you move your cursor off, it draws immediately.
That's fair. I will remember that.
You don't have to.
I want to remember that because, like, the amount of times that I've drawn my entire deck and been like, well, that was useful for everyone involved.
Yeah.
Alright. I'm not gonna mulligan anything. I'm gonna keep my...
Cool. I mulligan 3. Good luck. Have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
I'm going to use the parry boost. I'm going to name Call of the Dreamlands. Do you have a copy in your hands? The answer is no.
No.
Alright, in that case, please reveal a hand.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't have any. Alright, I'm going to quickly note this down.
I didn't know you could do it that way.
Yep.
I thought you could. I thought you were supposed to only name normal attacks. I learned something new.
You can name. It says name a card, so I named an Exceed card. Just because it's not in your deck doesn't mean it's legal.
That's good to know. Something I can trick my friends with.
Absolutely. So let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There you go. I will now draw for the end of my turn.
All right. Well.
You should probably be like mildly afraid of me knowing the contents of your hands, just as a heads up.
Yeah, I am.
Especially the normals.
Yeah, I am. So.
Good.
Let's. I'm just. Oh, not my entire deck. Or not my entire hand. Stop it. I'm gonna boost. I'm just gonna advance it to 3.
Oh.
And then I'm gonna draw a card, and it's your turn.
Okay. Okay. Oh, I need to grab a Chun-Li reference.
Oh, sorry about that.
No, I forgot about it. That is an interesting size. Why is that like that? Alright, well, whatever. So, head stomp, lightning legs, flipping axe kick.
I basically flip a lot.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm just deciding which of them I like the best.
Oh, is that her thing?
So I'm going to boost Dark Reflections. I'm going to name Head Stomp. Please discard a copy or reveal a hand without any, and if you discard a copy, I put it in my Dreamlands.
Alright.
That's
what does
that
do?
So I can strike with the card in my Dreamlands, and if I do, it has stun immunity.
Oh, cool. Now I wish I hadn't gotten closer to you. Alright, so it's my turn?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna strike you.
Okay. I mean, that feels like the assault, so I'll just go ahead and play this now.
Well, you called that a mile away.
That's fine. So I'll take the 4, but since I have stun immunity, I advance 3 and hit you back for 5. This is now in my gauge.
Right.
Your turn?
Bam.
Okay, so that's probably the flipping axe kick. I will use... I could do that, but I'd rather do this.
Bam.
It's dive, I'm wrong. Okay.
Hi, friend.
Ew.
Traveling to far off places.
Dark Reflections, I'm going to name Focus. Give me your focus. Thank you.
Here you go. Do you only have the 2 copies of that card, I'm assuming?
That's correct.
Okay. What are their other... I wonder if they're...
I have a couple other effects that let me steal your cards.
Yeah. I should have probably read your references beforehand. I did not.
That's fine.
Alright, so it's my turn, right? I'm going to strike and crit.
Okay. So that sounds like a... Wait. But that's weird. Okay, well it could be the flipping axe kick. If it's a bluff, then I congratulate you. But you're telegraphing a flipping axe kick. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna hit... I'm faster. I'll hit you for 3 and stun.
Whoop, whoop.
Alright. So let's see. So my turn... Okay, well that's all the normals that I knew, so I will just prepare.
I very much need to prepare, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay, I will prepare a second time.
I don't want to do that. Yeah, I'm gonna prepare again.
Okay.
Monkey see, monkey do.
I will, yeah, I'll boost for armor and guard.
Oh no, Mr. Bill. I'm going to spend a force to move 1.
Okay.
And draw a card.
Okay. I'm going to... Yeah, this is fine. I'll spend a force.
Oh no, what does that do?
It gives me +4 power.
Oh my gosh.
Reasonable power numbers, right? I'll spend that and I'll draw.
Well, I guess I'm just gonna try and hit you.
Okay, that's fair. Let's do this. So I'm speed 5. I spin my gauge. Your card goes to your discard pile. So
okay.
I hit. Now on hit, we both reveal our hands. For every special and ultra, it's +1 power.
Go. Where am I putting this?
Just anywhere that works.
I don't know why it did that.
So, do you have the hand overlay turned on? Because that often causes it. Like if you hit H to toggle, it would show the cards at the bottom of your screen, right?
Yeah, that's what it does.
Yeah. So if you have that on, it can cause that when cards leave your hands.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's 06 legs Hozenka. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
There were 2 special ultras from yours and 1 from mine, so I have +3 power. Thanks to this, I have another +4 power, so I hit for 7. You are stunned. After I add this to my gauge, I'll just add this to my gauge as well, instead of transforming it. Alright. So... Reading Cross. Wild Swing.
Wait, what am I doing? What?
Oh, sorry, I'm playing the Reading Boost, which says name normal and strike. The opponent must strike with that card or reveal a hand without it. And I know you have it, so...
Yeah.
You play the
Okay.
cross. I'm going to... sure, yeah, I'll validate this.
Wow, I'm getting stomped.
So you retreat to the wall,
Mm-hmm.
and then on hit we reveal our hands again. It's fine. I know. It's block, lightning legs, and what's the other one?
Hosenka.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So it's +2 from you, +1 from me. So again, 5 power. And I'll
So you hit for 5?
Yep.
In total? Okay.
5 in total. All right. And then you discard your attack. Your turn.
Yep. I guess I'm gonna prepare.
Okay. I will advance.
I got hit by a truck.
So your turn. These are still in my hand. I'm just leaving them revealed as a courtesy.
Oh, you're good. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to put it back in your hand,
Okay.
I've seen them. So yeah, thank you. I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna crit because I'm flabbergasted.
Okay. Cool. So that's probably the other flipping axe kick, and that's fine. It could be. Okay, yeah, it could be that. All right, so that's 4 power. I'll spend this to take no damage, and then you.
Do it. Still goes to my gauge, right?
Yeah, you still hit.
Yeah.
And then do you? So it says after you lose all armor, move 1. Do you want to advance or retreat?
I'm going to say hi.
Cool. All right. So my turn.
Mhm.
I'm going to play reading. So I name a normal and strike. You must strike that card. I name block. I play spike. You take 5. You are stunned.
Fair enough. This still goes to my gauge?
Nope, because you were stunned, so you didn't get your after effect.
Okay, fair enough.
All right, your turn. This is Umina. She is a rather brutal control character. You can force her opponent to do things and lock them out of options.
That doesn't help me right now.
If you have good cards, I'll steal them and use them against you. If you don't have good cards, I will force you to use your worst ones.
Part of me almost just wants to wild strike you at this point.
I mean, that's reasonable. I only have 1 card in hand, so my options are minimal.
Alright, that's what I'm doing. Who knows if it'll hit you or not.
I could just play this with stun immunity, but actually there's something I'm looking for, so I will wild swing. Oh, I'm playing the focus after all. So this effect is a... Like, when I reveal this, it becomes a copy of my Dreamlands card. So this is focus.
Oh, interesting.
So you hit me first, I discard this, I take 4, and then you take 4, and I draw a card.
Well, if you sneeze on me, I'm dead.
I will strike.
Oh, no. I don't really think I have any options, so I'm just gonna wild strike back.
That is fine. Hey, it's blocked. Alright, so this is another focus. So I have 4 power coming in.
Oh, thank God. Thank God. I'm just gonna, there you go.
Alright, cool. I will draw
I'm
my
for
after
another
effect.
3 seconds.
Yep, your turn.
It's a really weird position to be in. I'm gonna have to prepare. I don't know what else to do.
Cool. I will strike with your focus.
Oh.
Now, since I'm striking from Dreamlands, you actually know that's what I'm doing, so you know this is focus. It does have stun immunity, so it's pretty hard for you to beat. You'd have to retreat away, or you'd have to use dive to jump past me.
Because the range in it is
1 to 2, so I hit these spaces.
I mean, I only have. I'm just gonna reveal it face up. I only have really this as an option, and it's still not gonna save me.
That kills you. So what else is in your hand? If you don't mind me asking.
That.
Okay, so yeah, so none of those save you. So in that case, I would say wild swing. Because you know that you die if you play anything from your hand, right?
Yeah, that's fair.
So you need to dive.
Can't
you can
invalid it.
Yeah, invalid that. Okay, that almost works, but since this has I can't be moved,
yeah,
you advance 3. On your hit, it says if you move past the opponent, push or pull 2, but you can't push or pull me, so yes.
Yeah.
You kill me. Or I kill you rather.
Yeah.
GG.
Yes, GG. I got owned.
Umina is a terror. Yeah, she is what control looks like in Exceed. She has effects that steal your cards, effects that copy the cards that she's stolen, effects that straight up turn off attacks. Like, I don't know, the attack text didn't become relevant, but this thing during combat says just end the strike. So if you're slower, it doesn't matter how much guard you have. It doesn't matter if you're stun immune. You just don't get to do anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is there, like, if you don't mind me asking, what are her weaknesses?
So,
like,
her weaknesses are basically that as a control character, she actually doesn't generate much threat. She can turn off anything you can do, but she has one power card, which is this printed power 6. One effect that is occasionally good for a good power output, which is the hit where you reveal your hands.
Yeah.
And then everything else is built to be controlling, where she doesn't have, like, her printed power is really low. She has things that don't hit you at all if they're working correctly. So her weakness is basically that she doesn't generate enough damage. She'll stop you from doing your game plan, but to get damage consistently, she has to exceed. And once she exceeds, she starts burning through her deck really fast.
Well, it was interesting actually, because it's like because you always knew what I had. Well, fundamentally because you have a lot of experience with the game. You could, by knowing exactly what I had, you just had more cards on the table, like, too. But I can see how, like, for somebody who's new to the game, how this character would be just like, whoa.
Yeah, I would not recommend a newbie try to learn Umina unless they're really in love with the theme of being a, like, mind-devouring Cthulhu monster which drives everyone insane. Because she will drive your opponents insane. They will be going nuts trying to deal with this.
I just saw the thing in the chat. Odd she'd get hit by a truck. Monato's not in play.
Nice. Nice. Well played,
And just to clarify, your stream is paused, but I still have the chat open.
Oh,
so.
no worries. No worries. I definitely approve of people participating in chat and keeping an eye on it. I like that.
Yeah.
The number of times that chat's told me things I missed.